Okay, students, we shall start with the class. There are students who tried submitting. Yes, students, good evening, all of you. You have the models with you, Roshni. Okay, Roshni, actually, you can mail to this mail ID that I'm sending you now. I think for everyone, I have sent the mail ID. I'm sending it again. You can take a photo and send it to this mail ID. Okay? 1 minute. Okay, I have sent my mail ID. So, Roshni, you can send it to that ID. Okay, and students, we'll wait for a few more minutes. Like, we'll have the worksheet and other things done, whatever we are going to do, or we'll discuss the homework the first 15 minutes. Because for many of the students, schools are getting over only by 6 o'clock. So, we are just going to start from 6 o'clock. Okay. Yes, Harita, please send it to the mail ID that I have sent it to, and you have sent me to WhatsApp. Yes, I saw about that. Good. Fine. So now what we are going to do is we are just going to discuss about the homework, what everyone did. We'll see one by one. Okay. First, first I'll enable screen share. Yes. So we are just going to enable screen share now. And still, students, from next week onwards, the class will start for you from 6:15 to 7:15. This is going to be the timing for you from next week. Okay. Why, ma'am? Why? Because for in many Saturday, many schools are there, so students are not able to join exactly by 5:45. So for the case of all students, so the classes from next week will start from 6:15 and it will get ended at 7:15. So it will be from 6:15 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. Hope you all got it. I made it clear. Fine. And I also heard from students saying many students have doubt with the concept of orbitals, or they didn't understand about the concept of orbitals. We'll see. This class also we are just because this is a wholly new concept, and in foundation in the beginning students find it difficult to understand. So I'll make you understand. Okay, it's not a big deal at all. We'll see a lot of today. I'm planning. I have consolidated few videos for you to be shown. So today I'll show you as many videos as possible and make you understand the concept of orbital. Okay, and regarding the homework, there were many students who have completed their homework. Niranjana, I saw your homework. It was good. Very nice, Niranjana. Not only Niranjana, Divyashri has also completed her homework. I saw it. And also, Jayasudha Sambat has also completed her homework. Good, Jayasudha Sambat. 6:15, 6:15, not 6:50. Jayasudha Sambat preview homework was also good. It was very nice, innovative. You did it with clay or okay, you did it with chapati, that the dough that you make. Okay, good. Good, Jayasudha Sambat. Also, there were other students who completed it. 1 minute. The other student is few days back someone submitted it. Shobita. Shobita has also attended. Okay. Did I tell you any test today? Students, did I tell you any test today? Okay, fine. So anyway, test this week I'm not going to conduct you the test. The test start we'll do the next week. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. What assignment did they give you, Divya Bharati, today? Where was it posted? Divya Bharati, I'm just unmuting you. Can you just say me? Okay, they gave you worksheets in Learnity. Fine. So how many of you have completed those worksheets? Hope you all have completed the worksheets that was posted in Learnity. So kindly check your Learnity website every week so that you will be able to complete the worksheets and submit it. And if you have any doubts with the worksheet, you can tell me. See, many students have completed. Good, good, good. So I see Madhushri, Divyashri, Kanishka, Niranjana, Arudra. So many of you have completed the worksheets. Good. So all of you try to do the worksheets every week and submit it. Okay, fine. Regarding the orbital concept, what we'll be dealing with these orbital concept is, see, generally orbital concept is the next version of the orbit concept. Like initially you would have studied that you have a nucleus in the center and you have electrons surrounding that nucleus. Okay, this is what we saw. The model that I asked you, I asked for a model from each of you for one reason, because you will be able to understand it. And many students came up with different models. Kanishka did an orbital model with the help of leaves. I'm not able to post the picture today, but she tried doing it with the help of leaves and also with the help of straws. Okay, and also next, I think Tamil Amudini has did it with the help of clay. Then Subiksha has also submitted. She made it with the dove. And next one was someone submitted me through the paper presentation. The student didn't send me the name. Whose name is it? Like she did it with the help of PowerPoint presentation. Actually, it was excellent. PowerPoint presentation. She has presented it very neatly. What is the name? Yes, Roshni has also. Okay, I'll see it, Roshni. Fine. Harita has also submitted. Good. Aishwarya, do you hear me now? Yes, Divya Bharati also has sent me. I saw Divya Bharati's model also. Um, then someone did it with the help of balloon and garlic actually. The idea of garlic, I liked it. It was submitted. Garlic and balloon was submitted by Divya Bharati. She has done it so beautifully with the help of balloon. Like she made all the models: s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, and f orbital. All four models she has done. And apart from balloon, she also tried doing it with the help of garlic. She considered the lobes of p orbital to be garlic, and she also made d and f orbitals with the help of garlic. So that was very innovative. Good, Divya Bharati. Um, Yes, that's all. So I wanted every one of you to do your homework. Okay, I cannot give you any marks for this. First of all, I can't even give a handshake to you saying that your work is good, because we have got adopted to that kind of change. We are in online classes. Reason for making you do all these orbital concept is, one big reason is for you to understand what it is, to for you to understand about axis, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. All of you have done the four different shapes, but one who did the PowerPoint presentation alone minded how to do, they cared about px, py, and pz. Like they minded about axis of orbitals, like the orientation of the orbitals. Okay, fine. Now, I'm just going to start now. Since it is 6 o'clock, we are going to start with the class. So now, first thing, we are just going to see about the concept of orbital. Okay. See, listen here. As per Neil Bohr model of, this was Thomson's model of atom that we have discussed already. I think you're all able to see the screen. So this is a Thomson's model of atom. So in Thomson's model of atom, what he tried saying is he told us that the positive charges are there, and in that positive charges, the negative charges are embedded. This is Thomson's model of atom. It had its own drawback. Next came Mr. Neil Bohr's model of atom. Uh, so electrons, we saw that electrons were revolving around the nucleus, like in elliptical orbit. Then Neil Bohr told that it rotates in spherical orbits like this. You understand? Each shells are called as energy levels. If you could see it again, each shell look like an energy level. This is an energy level. You are considering it as a circular orbit, but it is not actually circular orbit. You could see that in the form of a sphere. Like each spheres are one energy level. You all understand? That is one area. That is the first energy level, then the second energy level, then the third energy level. Okay. 1 minute. Shobita has submitted the PowerPoint presentation. Very good. Divyashri has also done. I saw it. Divya Bharati has also done. I have already mentioned your name. And thank you all. So you have did it so good. Now, as you have done the model already, it would be easy for you. Yes, Aishwarya, I saw it. It will be easy for you to understand how the model looks like. Like you can interpret with what you did. Okay. Now just listen. So each energy level has electrons in it. Clear? The nuclear force, the nucleus are holding the electrons in each energy level. But after this, the concept of orbital came. So what they try to say in the concept of orbital is, in that energy level, the electron can be found anywhere. Am I right or no? So in that energy level, the electron can be found anywhere. Like imagine like Earth revolving around the sun. How do, so we can, it is possible for you to identify the position of the Earth around the sun. So after 3 months, where it will be, what will be its position, how it is rotating, you are able to say that because it's quite big in size. You can deduct it. But electrons case, it is not like that. Now, if you see here, it's moving very fast. It's very fast. You cannot determine the position and its velocity at the same time. Okay, it's very difficult because it is very small in size and it moves with very high velocity. So you can only find out the probability of finding the electron. So when the electron started moving, they just found out the probability. Okay, in the first energy level, electron is found here, electron is found here, electron is found here. From that, I'm able to say that it is the probability of finding electron in the first energy level is in the form of a sphere. And that probability of finding electron, that space, we call it as orbital. In the first energy level, the space in which the electron is revolving is called as your orbital. As it is in the spherical shape, you call it as S orbital. So the probability of finding electron is found in different shape, unlike orbit. So it can be S, P, D, or F. These are the different shapes. Okay. Now, the next video that I'm going to show you regarding orbital is this. Not this one. 1 minute. Yes. Now, imagine that electron is revolving around the first energy level. From first, I'll show you. Now, this is an electronic structure of your hydrogen. So one electron is revolving around the nucleus. It is revolving around the nucleus. So now if you just track the path, it is revolving in the first energy level. Now if you track the path, first see, listen here, a sphere you could see. It rotates anyway. In that first energy level, the probability of finding the electron is in its sphere. You understand what I am trying to say? So in hydrogen, the first electron is found in the 1s orbital. Hope you all understand this. Kids, when the video is playing, please Don't send any doubts if you have. Once it is over, I'll see through your doubts. Okay? Wait for some time. Yes, Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So in oneness orbital, when you had one electron, when you another electron is added, that also rotates in a spherical shape, because in one orbital I can have only two electrons. So in oneness, if I have two electrons, it rotates like this. You understand? Now, what happens if there is a third electron coming? In first energy level, you can have only two electrons. In the second energy level, the third electron is placed. It is also rotating in the spherical shape. Another electron comes that also rotates in the spherical shape, s orbital. Okay, now the fifth electron, if you see, it rotates in the form of a dumbbell shape in the second energy level, which is nothing but your p orbital. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, another electron comes that also rotates in the p orbital in the form of a dumbbell shape. That is nothing but your p orbital. You understand? So this is how the orbitals look like. S orbital, p orbital, electrons rotation. The electrons rotating space, if you line it up, you get these shapes, and these shapes are nothing but your orbital. Like orbital in px, py, and pz. You understand what I'm trying to say? So these are the different kinds of orbital that we were seeing about. And the one last video for your understanding. So we know that the electron is revolving around the nucleus. This is your Bohr's model of atom. He didn't say in what space it is rotating and all. But if you see here, this is not even the speed that you can imagine. Okay, they have created a small model of it. So this is how the electrons are rotating. In one orbital, you can have two electrons. So if the electrons are rotating in oneness orbital, it rotates like this. Two electrons rotating in oneness orbital. If you just see, it's rotating very fast, and if they just take up the path, they are rotating in spherical shape, and that is oneness orbital. Clear? Oneness orbital, the electrons are rotating like this, very fast. Now, the next electron, two electrons are rotating in oneness orbital now. Now, in one orbital, you cannot have more than two electrons. So you go to the next energy level. In the second energy level, the third electron is rotating in the 2s orbital. So now electrons are rotating in the 2p orbital. Yellow color is a 2p orbital. You understand? So now see here, there is an electron in p orbital, p orbital, p orbital. That is, they are rotating in the dumbbell shape. When they track its path, it is rotating in the second energy level. It is rotating in the 2p orbital. It continues. When electron gets added, it just keeps on moving to the higher energy level. Now when second energy level is getting filled up, we go to the third energy level. In third energy level again, they rotate in the form of s orbital. See here. In third energy level, you have electron rotating in 3s, that is in a spherical shape, and you also have electron rotating in the dumbbell shape. You understand what I'm trying to say? So this is what is about orbitals. This is how they keep on rotating all the electrons. Extra electrons, they get shifted to the higher energy levels and they keep on rotating. Now 3D. Now if you see here the 3D orbitals in one plane, the red color one. So they are in the XY plane you could take. The one over here you could call it to be Z square. So in this way they keep on rotating. That's all. So these are the different types of orbital that I was discussing about. Now what we are going to see is about the concepts of orbital that we have discussed. I hope you all have understood now. Now students, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Tirukailash, yes Tirukailash, I have not started much new. I was just explaining them about the concept of orbital, which we have already seen in the previous class. Okay, so we were just discussing about orbital, nothing new was discussed. Okay. So from next class onwards, as the school is getting over late for many students, we are just going to have class from 6:50. Okay, fine. So these are the different types of orbitals that we were seeing about. Okay. Now, students, still if you have any doubts with the concept of orbital, you can ask me. You can raise your hands. Please raise your hands. So can I make sure that every one of you understood and I move to the next concept? Okay. So hope not if anyone is raising hands. I'm just going to move to the next concept. The next concept that we are seeing here is about the concept. Dakshadevan. Yes, Dakshadevan. What doubt do you have? You have raised your hand, Dakshadevan. Yeah, in second layer, both s orbital and p orbital will be there. So now we saw about orbitals, like different shapes, how the electrons are rotating. So now to determine what orbitals are present in each river only, we went for quantum number. What did we go for? Quantum number. So in the concept of Bohr's model, neon's atomic number was 10, correct? When neon's atomic number is 10, we know that it has 10 electrons. So the electronic configuration becomes 2, 8, right? The electronic configuration is 2, 8. When the electronic configuration is 2, 8, we clearly understand that in first energy level, I have 2 electrons. In second energy level, we have 8 electrons. How are these 2 electron, 8 electron going to be distributed? In what shape each electron is going to rotate? We should know that. So for that, in first energy level, I have 2 electrons. In second energy level, I have 8 electrons. For that, first we should know what are the permissible orbitals that is present in each energy level. We should know what are the permissible orbitals that are present in each energy level. So that is what we are going to see. For example, when it is n represents a principal quantum number. The principal quantum number tells me about the energy level in which it is rotating. Clear? Then L represents what is azimuthal quantum number, which represents the sub-energy level in which it is rotating. Sub-energy level are nothing but orbitals. They are nothing but orbitals. Clear? So this is about energy level, and L is about your sub-energy level, which is nothing but your orbitals. Clear? Now, that is a principal quantum number and azimuthal quantum number. Now, with the help of these two, I am going to determine like what are the energy levels that can be present in for each main energy level. For example, if n is equal to 1, that is in first energy level, the sub-energy level that I can have is determined by the azimuthal quantum number, where L is equal to 0 to n minus 1. So when n value is 1, L value is only 0. So in the first energy level, I can have only one quantum number, azimuthal quantum number value, that is 0, and that is nothing but your s orbital. You all understand what I am trying to say? So in first energy level, I can have only one orbital, and that orbital is s orbital. In second energy level, again in second energy level, what are the different orbitals that I can have? In second energy level, the different orbitals that I can have is again 0 to n minus 1. In the place of n, I substitute 2, I get 0 to 1. So I have two different types. L is equal to 0 and 1. So I can have s orbital, I can also have p orbital. You understand? So these are the two orbitals that can be present in second energy level. So already we saw that the electronic configuration of neon is 2, 8, right? And one other thing is each orbital can have only 2 electrons in it. Each orbital can have 2 electrons. Now my question is, so in first energy level, s orbital is there. In second energy level, s and p orbital is there. So if each orbital can have 2 electrons, now you can accommodate how many electrons maximum. Here in neon, you have 10 electrons. So In the 1s you accommodate 2 electron, in 2s you accommodate 2 electron, and again in 2p you accommodate 2 electron. So you are able to accommodate only 6 electrons. But how many electrons do I have now? 10 electrons I have. Where am I going to accommodate the extra 4 electrons? Where am I going to accommodate the extra 4 electrons? Okay. And 1 minute. In the first 3 slides, Dakshadevan, we don't have anything. That is may not be nothing important to be noted down. Just start noting down from this slide. Okay. Now, so here if you see, so these are the different types of orbitals. So in 2s, 2p, now we are able to accommodate only 6 electrons. Where am I going to accommodate 4 electrons? Actually, each orbital has its own orientation. So if you take s orbital, either it be x-axis, y-axis, or z-axis, it looks the same. The sphere looks the same. So you have only one type of s orbital. But p orbital is not the case. It is not the case with p orbital. So the orientation of each orbital is determined by the magnetic quantum number, where m is equal to minus L2 plus L. Okay. So for s orbital, L value is 0. So m value is also 0. Right? It has only one orientation, any axis. So similarly for p or s, any s orbital, the value is going to be 0, magnetic quantum number. That is, it has only one orientation. When it comes to p orbital, since the L value is 1, m value is going to be minus 1, 0, plus 1. So the total number of orientation that is going to have is 3. It has 3 values, so it is going to have 3 orientations. Ma'am, what do you say? I don't understand. See, listen here. First, I had a nucleus. In that, surrounding the nucleus, first I had one electron. That one electron was rotating in a spherical shape. It tried to occupy a spherical shape. It was rotating in that manner. Then what did I have? Another electron was added up. Right? In first energy level, I can have two electrons. The first electron was rotating in the spherical shape. The second electron also was rotating in the spherical shape. It rotated in a spherical shape. Okay. So now in the 1s orbital, I have two electrons. So 1s2, finished. Now the third electron comes to the scene. For example, if you consider lithium, the electronic configuration is 2, 1. You have one more electron in the second energy level. So how is the electron going to rotate in the second energy level? In the second energy level, again the electron rotates in a spherical shape. You understand what I am trying to say? In the second energy level, the electron again rotates in a spherical shape. Okay, now it keeps on rotating in a spherical shape. Now, what if another electron comes to the second energy level? So, for example, beryllium 2, 2. So there is another one extra electron added. So what happens? That electron also rotates in spherical shape. It rotates in a spherical shape. Now we know that 2s orbital is having 2 electrons. Okay. Now comes to p. Now the third electron. Now for example, when you take neon itself, or not beryllium. After beryllium, what you have is boron. Boron's electronic configuration is 2, 3. So now the third electron, 2 electrons is rotating in the second energy level, is rotating in s orbital. What happens to the third electron? Now the third electron occupies a dumbbell shape. Okay. So now if you see here, the third electron occupies a dumbbell shape. So it rotates like this in the form of a dumbbell. Again, one more electron, again a dumbbell. Now, in dumbbell itself, the electron can rotating in 3 different orientations. Consider it to be a piece of paper. The p orbital, how it rotates, I'll show you. This is a piece of paper. So the electron first rotates along x-axis, then it rotates along y-axis. Now it rotates in an axis perpendicular to the paper. This is the paper. Perpendicular to the paper is this. Am I right or no? And this axis is their z-axis. So the electron can also rotate in a dumbbell shape in the z-axis. Do you understand now? So in p orbital itself, the electron can rotate in 3 different orientations. So totally in p orbital, the number of electrons that can be accommodated is 6. So for each orbital, px, py, pz. So for each p orbital, you can have 2 electrons. So the capacity of p orbital is 6. Do you all understand? So if you see here, the electron will get donated cell first in 1s, then in 2s, then in 2p. And that's how it is getting elevated. You understand? So we have seen very much clearly about the concept of quantum numbers and also about the orbitals, how they are rotating. Now we are just going to see like how are we going to write the electronic configuration. Last class I gave you a homework on Aufbau principle. What was the principle is when you are filling the electron gets filled in the increasing order of energy level, right? Wait for a minute, I'm just muting it. No kids, I just muted it, okay? Ma'am, why 0 is PZ? So generally Z is the reference axis. So we have 0 for all Z orbitals. For all orbitals that gets oriented in Z axis, the magnetic quantum number value is 0. Is my voice audible now? Divishri? Okay. And students, do you have any doubts up to what is being taught to you regarding the orbitals? Harita, is your doubt clarified? Okay, Harita. Fine. So now what we are seeing is about this Aufbau principle. What does this Aufbau principle say about? Aufbau principle says electrons are filled in the increasing order of energy level. Electrons are filled in the increasing order of energy level. Okay. And we also saw that increasing order of energy level is nothing but increasing order of n plus L value. What is n is principal quantum number and L is azimuthal quantum number. Now I'm just going to ask random questions to students. Okay, the random question is 2p 3s. I'm going to ask question 2. Varshan, can you unmute yourself? Eleventh slide, yes, I'll show. Sharon? Sharon, can you please unmute yourself? Tamil Amudini? Tamil Amudini?
Yes, ma'am.
Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Yes, Tamil Amudini, the question
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
can you tell me which has higher energy level compared to 2p and 3s?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because it has that 3 plus 0, ma'am, its energy level.
N plus L value. Why do we consider both energy of, why do we consider L value not N value alone? What does N represent?
N represent.
What is n?
The number of order, ma'am.
Illa, what is n?
3, ma'am.
No, dear. What is n? Principal quantum number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What does principal quantum number say about?
The sub-energy level, ma'am.
No, energy level. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What does L say about?
L azimuthal quantum number, ma'am.
Yes. About what does it describe?
The orbital, ma'am.
About the orbital. That is the sub-energy level. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you calculate the energy level, energy which has higher energy or lower energy, we have to consider the value of both energy level and sub-energy level. And that's why we consider n plus L value. What is L value for s orbital?
0, ma'am.
Good. For p orbital?
Thank you, ma'am. 3, ma'am.
P. L value for s orbital is 0. P orbital?
Orbital 1, ma'am.
Good. D?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Tambulamudini.
2,
Thank you.
ma'am.
2. F?
2. 3, ma'am.
3. Very good. Thank you, Tambulamudini.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, Rakesh, I'm just going to unmute you. Can you unmute yourself, Rakesh? Please talk, Rakesh. I'm not able to hear you, Rakesh, so I'm just going to mute you. Sorry. Okay. Next question is going to be to Harita. Harita, can you unmute yourself?
Ma'am?
Yes, Harita. Now the question is, what is n plus L value for 2p orbital?
Yes, ma'am.
What is n plus L value for 2p orbital? Harita?
Yes, ma'am.
2p orbital belongs to which energy level? First energy level or second energy level or third energy level?
First energy level.
See, listen here. Just now we saw here. If an electron, if an s orbital belongs to first energy level, we represent it as 1s. If the electron belongs to second energy level, we represent it as 2s. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
if it belongs to third energy level, represent it as 3s. So now coming back. So 2p belongs to which energy level? Harita? Harita? 2p. Okay, Harita. Devadarshini? Devadarshini? Yes, Devadarshini. Can you tell me what is n value for 2p orbital?
2, ma'am.
Good. What is L value for p orbital?
1.
1. Okay, I'm just going to ask you one more question, okay? So, if I say that an electron is rotating in 4s orbital,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you understand about the electron? Can you say me to which in which energy level the electron is rotating?
4th energy level, ma'am.
Very good. Can you say in which sub-energy level, in what shape the electron is rotating? 4s orbital, correct?
S orbital, spherical.
So it's rotating in a spherical shape. Very good, very good. So, and also, can you tell me what should be the n value? What is n?
Our principal number is 4.
Good. What is principal quantum number represent about?
Energy level, ma'am.
Very good. So if I in 4s orbital means it belongs to fourth energy level. Principal
Yes.
quantum number represents about energy level. So the principal quantum number will also be 4. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. What is L value? Okay. Thank you, Devadarshini. The next question goes to, you can mute yourself, Devadarshini. Thank you. Very good, Devadarshini. Next question is to Tamil children. Can you unmute yourself? Tamil children? Hari Krishna, can you unmute yourself? Hari Krishna? Alagu Murugan? Students, whoever name I have said now can have to reply me in the chat. So the next question goes to Sheshavashini. Sheshavashini?
Ma'am.
Good Sheshavashini. What does L represent?
L வந்து L is equal to 0 to n minus 1, ma'am.
Okay.
So in தெரிஞ்சு 0 to 1, 0, 1, 2, 3.
இந்த 4 value தான் இருக்க முடியும், right? It can be only these 4 values.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but my question is not that. Okay, 4s orbital I have told you. They have told that the electron is belonging to fourth energy level, so its principal quantum number is 4. Correct? And what will be its azimuthal quantum number if an electron belongs to fourth energy level? That is, if an electron 4s orbital, you told me that L can have only 4 values, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Sheshavashini? Okay, Gautam? Gautam, I am unmuting you. Gautam, can you unmute yourself?
Ma'am?
Yes, Gautam. My question is simple, Gautam. For 4s orbital, what is the value of L?
3, ma'am.
Okay. So I think I'll have to come back to the topic again. We have principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number. Am I right or not? If it is fourth energy level, what are the value of L that you can have?
0 to n minus 1.
0 to n minus 1. Upon 0 to 3, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
These are the possible orbitals that can be present in fourth energy level. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what does 0 represent?
S orbital.
1 represent?
P orbital.
2?
D orbital.
3?
F orbital.
So what do you understand from this?
4 S, P and D F orbitals
Or
can be in.
are possible in fourth energy level. Am I right or not?
Yes, ma'am.
My question was simple. If an electron was rotating in 4s orbital, what is its n value and what is its L value? What is its L value rotating in 4s orbital?
0 to 3.
Ambi, just now you told me that if it is 0, it is s orbital, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
If it is in 4s, what is L value?
4.
L. 0. That's all.
0.
0 s orbital. You told me that
Yes,
0 is
ma'am.
s. 1 is P, 2 is D, and 3 is L. So L value, if it is a 4s orbital, fourth energy level, up N value 4 and L value 0. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
One more question to you. 3P. What is N value and what is L value?
N value is 3.
L value?
L value is 2. 1, ma'am.
Good. Very good, Gautam. Hope it is clear for you now. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Thank you. Students, listen here. The quantum number is nothing but it just gives me the address. Quantum number just gives me the address of an electron. So when I told you about the principle L, for example, 1 in a L value is 0. If it is 2, you get 0, 1. If it is 3, you get 0, 1, 2. What are all these, Ma'am Abdina? We are just grab the data of what are the orbitals present in each energy level. So if it is first energy level, 0 is possible. That is, 1s is there. If it is second energy level, L value, you have two L value, where 0 represents S orbital and 1 represents P orbital. So what does that mean? In second energy level, electron can rotate in two different shapes. One it is S orbital, other is P orbital. In third energy level, I have three L value, that is S, P and D. So what does that mean? The electron can rotate in spherical shape, it can rotate in dumbbell shape, it can also rotate in double dumbbell shape. So these are the three different types of orbitals that is present in each energy level. You understand? Now, depending on the number of electrons that is present, the electrons will keep on occupying. For example, lithium electronic configuration is 2, 1. It has only 3 electrons. So, in the 1s orbital, I'll fill 2 electron. In 2s, the s orbital belonging to second energy level is 2s. In 2s, the extra 1 electron will be placed. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's all. So 1s, 2s, 2 electrons here and 1 electron here. I don't even want to go to the p orbital because I don't have electron for that. Only after filling the s, 2s, then 2p gets filled. So I should know in what order is the electron going to get filled. That only is said by Aufbau principle. Aufbau principle states that electrons are filled in the increasing order of energy level. That is increasing order of n plus L value. Clear? Now just that Gautam clarified us as to how to fill electron. So if it is 3p, it means the n value, it belongs to third energy level and L value is 1. Suppose if it is 4d, my next question is going to be to Indra. Indra, can you tell the answer now? You can also reply in the chat if you want. You can unmute yourself or you can reply in the chat. What are the N and L value for 4D? And I also want Anand to answer. Unmute yourself, Anand. I don't know, many students, what you're doing, you're not replying, neither you're not answering in the chat. I'm wondering what you people are doing. Many. And also Janadharini. So I have got answers from few of you. And before I called out few names, those students also didn't answer. N value is 4. N plus L value is 7. Good, Rakesh. Madhu, you have given the right answer. Good. Rajkumar answer. L value is right. What is N value, Rajkumar? Yeah, you have given the answer. Good, good, good. Now, the next question is going to be to Martin. Can you unmute yourself? What is N value and L value, Martin? For what is N value for 4D orbital?
D.
Illappa, N value enna? To which energy level does it belong to?
Fourth energy level, ma'am.
What is the L value?
2, ma'am.
2. Clear? So n value is 4 and n value is 2. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next question is to 5f. Next question, n and l value to 5f. Students who knows the answer can reply in the chat.
N equal to 5, ma'am.
Thank you. You can mute yourself. You have given the answer already. Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Yes, n is equal to 5. L is equal to 4. Yes, very good. Most of you have given the answer. Shrinesh, Divya Bharati, Gopinath, Divya, Rajkumar, Trisha, Srinivas, Shahina. Shahina, your answer is not right. Shahina, please check with your answer. Also, Madhushri. Gautam also. For F orbital, L value is not. Nanamika has also not given the right answer. Harita, please check with the L value. Simple. L value, we have only 4 L values so far. 0S, 1P, 2D, 3F. So if it is 5F, N is equal to 5 and L is equal to 3. That's it. That's all. This is for your 5F orbital. Any doubts with this? So that's all. So this belongs to the 5F orbital. Now, next thing that we are going to see is about now, if I am having lots of energy level, the electrons, the orbital has its own increasing order of energy level. First, 1s has the least energy level because n plus L value is 1. Then comes 2s. N plus L value is 2. So first we are going to check with the order. 1s, then what you have 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f, 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f, 6s, 6p, 6d, 7s, 7p. Now kids, what you have to do is just write down the n plus L value. Note down the order in the same way and write down the n plus L value for each of the orbitals in pencil nearby. Once we finish this, we'll go back. We'll finish the class. Just write down the n plus L value in your notebook nearby each of these orbitals. Do it in your notebook. And students also have not done the homework or have not tried it, please try it. It will give you more understanding. But if you have already understood it, good. So today there are many students who have answered it. I'll just mention the names today. I wanted all of you to answer. Okay. Gautam, Veladithan has answered. Kanishka, Gopinath, Trisha, Dakshadevan, Gautami, Ritvan Babu, Sanjeevi, Nanamika, Rajkumar, Roshni, Aishwarya, Harita, Trisha, Sharika, Arudra, Devadarshan, Shrinesh, Nanamika, Nivedita, Varshan, Madhushri, Gautam, Shahina, Prisha, again Shrinesh, Rajkumar, Divya Bharati, Lakshita, Gopinath, Varshan, Ritwin Babu, Gautami, Shamni, Tirukailash, Harish, Aditya, Yes. So these are the students who have answered. Those who have not participated today, kindly participate from other class, from next class onwards. And what is n plus L value for 1 is? Yes, n plus L value for 1 s orbital is 1. Very good. All of you have given the answer. What is the n plus L value for 2s? N plus L value for 2s. Good. 2. 1s it is 1, 2s it is 2. Because n value here it is 1 and L value for s is 0. Similarly, n value here it is 2 and L value for s is 0. Similarly, 2p again, n value is 2 and L value is 1. So n plus L value for 2p is 3. Can you tell me what is the n plus L value for 3 is? First, n plus L value for 3 is not 4. 4 is not the right answer. N plus L value for 3 years is only 3. For 3p, not for 3p, for 4s. 3 is 3 plus 0. What will be for 4s then? Good. N value is 4, L value is 0. So 4. Similarly, when you come for 3p, N value is 3. N is 3 and L value is 1. Because 0, S, 1p, 2d, 3f. So simple. So for 3D here it is going to be 3p, it is going to be 4. For 3D it is going to be 5 because 3 plus 2. Similarly for 4p, 4 plus 1, 5. 4D is 4 plus 2, 6. 4f is 4 plus 3, 7. 5 is 5, 6, 7, 8. Again for 6 is 6 plus 0, 6. 6p, 6 plus 1, 7. 6d, 6 plus 2, 8. Again for 7s it is 7, 7p it is going to be 8. Now just see here, electrons gets filled in the increasing order of n plus L value. If two orbitals have same n plus L value, if they have same n plus L value, then electron gets filled in orbital with minimum n value first. Okay, now coming back, 2p 3s have same n plus L value. For 2p n plus L value is 3 and for 3s also n plus L value is 3. So among 2p and 3s, 2p gets filled first and then 3s. So just we are going to strike out the order. First 1s gets filled and then 2s gets filled. Then 2p 3s have same energy value. So first 2p gets filled and then 3s gets filled. After 3s which gets filled? Next energy value is for 4. So 3p and 4s has same n plus L value. So among 3p and 4s, which will get filled first? Among 3p and 4s, which will get filled first? Three p gets filled first. Only then 4s gets filled first. Good. So first 3p and then 4s. Clear? Then you had 5. Among 5, n plus L value, 3 of them has 5 value. 3D, 4p, 5s. So among 3D, 4p and 5s, 3D has 3 as n value, 4p has 4 as n value and 5s has 5 as n value. So first 3D gets filled, then 4p and then 5s. So 3D, 4P and 5S. Very good. Most of you are replying. Very good. Then what do you have? 4D, 5P, 6S. So you have 4D, 5P and then 6S. Then what do you have? 4F, 5D, 6P, 7S. Then 5F, 6D and 7P. That's all. That's all. So this is the order that you have. Clear? So first you have 1S, 2S, 2P, 3S, 3P, 4S, 3D, 4P, 5S. This is the order. Just take a screenshot or copy it down. Next class, we'll continue from here. 20th slide, I'll show you. First copy down this. Take a screenshot or copy it down. Once you all have done, I'll just move to the next slide. Sorry, I have extended the class today for another 8 minutes. I have extended. I'm sorry about it. Hope you all have copied it down. So I'm just going to go to the 20th slide. That is only 19th slide. Okay. Thank you all. If you have any doubts, you can WhatsApp me. And for students who have done, whoever has done the model, I think you all have p orbital in hand. Now try imagining p orbital in different axes, like how it gets located in x-axis, how it gets located in y-axis, how it will be if it is at z-axis, and also d orbital in different plane. Okay, so imagine that. Next class, we'll see about the electronic configuration. And please do revise up to whatever is being taught to you, else it will be very difficult for me to make you understand in the next class. Okay, thank you all students. Have a great day.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.